Hey, it's BaseFit Official and welcome to today's episode, and we are discussing another hot topic. I love doing these videos. So I was on the list and the next one down was wearable technology. Now, I saw this and I thought that makes sense because technology is advancing so much. It's just absolutely blowing up. But to be fair, the only kind of wearable technology I know of were kind of like GPS heart rate tracker type things such as Garmin, Fitbit, Apple Watch are doing a good job, or kind of sleep trackers like the Aurora, I don't know how you pronounce Aurora Ring, one of the two, and it tracks your sleep. So I thought that's super cool, but I just assumed that there would be more because obviously the time we're living in and technology is on an absolute boom. So I googled it, and there are things like leggings for women that kind of vibrate, so vibrating leggings in certain places to remind you of form and technique, which I think is absolutely crazy. I'm sure there's different things to monitor, different blood pressure, and all different types of variables. I'm sure there are stuff that can be extremely helpful. So am I for or against wearable technology? Well, again, it's kind of a hard decision. It depends who's wearing it, because there's kind of two camps that I see. Now, I'll go through the pluses and negatives that I could think of. But so for me, the pluses of wearable technology is that you get more data. You just get more numerical, quantitative data about the human body. Now, no matter what way you slice it, I think that's kind of a good thing because it can help you train more accurately and stay within certain training zones to get a particular physiological adaptation. You can measure heart rate variability, so you can see if you're overtraining. It's basically when you measure your heart rate in the morning, if it's kind of above what it usually is, it's a sign that your body's immune system's kind of up and ready and fighting off a disease. You'll be ill in 3 days or something. Interesting stuff, you can go research it. But you can see if your blood pressure is too high, cholesterol, all these different types of things. Sleep quality, so you can measure your sleep quality. So if you have a bad night's sleep, you sleep and you wake up and you're like, oh Christ, I didn't feel like I slept very well. You look at your app, tells you haven't slept very well, then you know, right, I know I need to take a 30-minute nap and get in an extra sleep cycle for this week, or something very similar to that. So I think in that way, it's very helpful at allowing you to better connect with your body. Now I'll use that to segue into why I think it's negative, because I see innumerable amounts of people kind of experiencing a disconnect from their body, and they kind of have the numbers and the stats and they disconnect that from their actual body. All it is numbers on a thing, and they don't know how they feel. They're just going off what the heart rate monitor says, no matter if they're not puffing at all or if they're nearly dying. Complete disconnect from their actual body to the numbers that they're getting through all of these different wearable technologies. And I think that's really bad. The way that I think you should use your wearable technologies, so for example, I go for runs. I'm training for a marathon and I have a Garmin watch, and it tells me my heart rate, but I don't use it every run. I use it every couple of runs just to see where my heart rate's at, but I use that to kind of inform me about and connect it with my body, and I kind of see, well, I feel like this and my heart rate's like this, so I'm getting to know my body. I'm learning how I feel at different intensities, frequencies, etc. So I think you should be using stuff kind of like that, so you're just learning how your body is and just kind of using it as a guide to see, right, usually when I feel like this is where my heart rate is, or usually when I feel like this, I know I need some more sleep. Using it in that kind of sense, instead of having it cause a disconnect between the two. So yeah, that's kind of my opinions on wearable technology. I think it's fantastic. I have no idea where it's going to go to in terms of fitness, but I think if you can use it in the correct way, it's helpful. If you have it cause a disconnect between, numbers and your body, I think you should ditch it for a while and get back to feeling your body. But yeah, Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any topics that you want to discuss with me, I'll get on a Skype call with you. If you want me to discuss anything on my Leonard again, because I just love talking. So, hope you enjoyed today's video. Train hard.